This is Jose Trujillo. Once again, I'm coming to you from a corner of my art studio, and today I want to talk to you about juried shows. People have asked me about juried shows. Hey, what's a juried show first? And other questions have been, should I go into them? Should I go and do juried shows? Okay, so the thing is that when it comes to juried shows, I tend to stay away from them. I didn't always stayed away from them. I attack them aggressively. Not attack as in I don't like you, but as in I want you. Juried show is like that bad girlfriend or bad boyfriend that knows you need him or her, and see. I'm not trying to bash, although I just kind of did. The bad and good boyfriend. They're not all the same, okay? But it puts you in a position where you need them. And every time you put yourself in a position where you need them, things get a little messy, okay? So, for example, a juried show is something that, let's talk a little bit about how it started, okay? Or I don't know if this is the main, because for those art nerds out there who were like, no, this is not how it started. It doesn't matter. I'm going to illustrate a little bit of how some of it started anyways. So, back in the day in France, I don't know, in the times of the realists the group of the realist movement by Courbet and all these other guys, there was this salons, what it was called a salon, which was the main place where things were exhibited, or the main exhibit. They were conducted in different places, but it doesn't matter. It was the main exhibition, right? And this was a yearly thing, or every few months. It varied depending. But anyways, they had to. There was a jury that allowed that say yay or nay, right? The critics, they say no, this stays, this go, and usually had to do with the monarchy or whoever was running the show. Either way, this is how the impressionists came to exhibit, because there was a group. There was so many that were refused, right? That they created the Salon de Refusés, which was this. I don't know if I pronounced that French right, but ooh la la. But it was an exhibit created for all the refused pieces, which were not bad pieces. They just, they didn't meet the eye of the critics and the juries, So that's how the Impressionists started. They started exhibiting in that salon. Anyways, a little backstory right there. If I had cool graphics, this would go back and forth, but I hate editing. It stops me from moving forward. Anyways, maybe someday I'll pay someone to do that. So, going back to my video. So they put themselves in a position, right? The Impressionists and other artists who wanted to exhibit put themselves in a position where they had to be accepted. Well, moving forward to this time now, what does a juried show mean? It's basically the same thing. You are putting yourself in a position where not only you have to see if you get accepted, but you have to pay for their opinion, whether you're going to get accepted or not. I just think they got really smart, Anyways, so you see what I mean? So they I don't know how they run their show. Every organization or our organization, where they run their show differently, I suppose, but it's all kind of like the same umbrella of things. So they get all these thousands of artists. I don't know if it's that many anymore, maybe hundreds, who knows? But everybody pays a fee. This is how I used to do it. So first of all, things were expensive, right? So some years ago, we used to do them in slides, and then we started doing them. And I'm not old. I'm still a young buck, but I still did that, right? The slides thing. And then they asked for the CD later on, and then we started sending USBs and now, well, you can do it through email or whatever, PDF, or I don't know what format people are asking. I haven't done them in a long, long time. So, but not only that was expensive, or it took time, of course, right? Because, but you had to pay, and it was like something like $15, $20, depending, but it added up, right? Because the more you submit, the more chances you have, right, of being accepted in one of these exhibits. Now you find yourself in trouble, because every time you do a lot of something, you always find yourself in trouble, which is a good thing. It's a good type of trouble. But now you if you're not prepared for it, right, it can hurt you, because now you have let's say 10 juried shows exhibit that you send out three accepted your work, and now you have to ship, right? You have to pay for those costs. You have to pay for the shipping and create the artwork if you don't, or whatever. Well, not create the artwork, but send the artwork because you already showed it. I'm talking about art shows, something else. Anyways, so the jury show, why would people do it, right? People have asked me, is that something that I should do? I already covered what it is. Hopefully we got that one covered. So people ask, is it something that I should do? Is it a good thing to do? Blah, blah, blah. I say go with your gut. But for the most part, be careful. And not be careful because they're doing something bad, but they have nothing to lose. See, they are taking applications from thousands of people, thousands of hungry artists who are desperate for someone to tell them, you're okay. You make it, you make the cut, and we have 3 little ribbons that we're going to keep, not first place, second place, and third place, and they sort of run their show that way. That does not mean anything with your artwork. It has nothing to do with your artwork. It's just the way they run the show. If you don't get accepted, it's not because your art is not good. Okay, please know that. If you get accepted and you don't win any prize or whatever, it has nothing to do with your artwork. It just has to do with the opinions of a few people that got together. And even if a lot of people voted, they may have not seen your artwork enough, to understand the context of your body of work. So, anyways, I don't want to get too deep on that, but I don't do juried shows. I don't have any intention, just because of that. Just because now you're in a position where you're asking, and every time you ask, see, they have nothing to lose, like I mentioned right now. They already got their money. They already got their submission fee, right? So it's yay or nay. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm not saying they're like, oh, I don't care about you anymore. No, but that is the context. The setting is that. The setting is that you need them, and that is a very hard place to be. If you are trying to show your work, I think you're better off. I personally think you're better off creating a blog and blogging every day, whether that's video, whether that's writing, typing, whatever, whether that's, I don't know, creating your own Facebook fan page and showing your work and talking to people and engaging. I think you're better off that way than juried shows, personally. But go with your gut, because I have been wrong many times in my life. Thank you so much. I hope I brought some light into that, and take care. Till next time.